Well, good evening, everybody. I want to start out by saying I am not worthy of any of that. I'm actually embarrassed. Thank you. That was much too kind. This is really a special occasion for me. I've had the opportunity to speak to a lot of people around the country. Having been in the Navy for 33 years, and I will tell you, this is at the top of all things that I've had a chance to do. I recognize I have not been here as a superintendent of the Naval Academy for all that long, having taken over this past July. But this is a very meaningful evening. I want to say thank you to the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Awards Dinner Committee for asking me, as well as many of my midshipmen and my staff, to be here tonight. It's very special to us. I also want to say that this is a weekend that we just can't enjoy for one night or for one weekend. And my remarks tonight will center a little bit around it. You know, as we entered into the night, I was really listening to our congressional representatives. They really had some amazing words to talk about where we are as a nation right now. This has been a tough year. There's a lot of civil unrest. There's a lot of friction out there. Maybe a significant loss of trust between those in authority and those not in authority. Some might even say that we're in a period of darkness. And I think Dr. Martin Luther King said it best. He said, "Only in darkness can you see the stars." Only in darkness can you see the stars. And tonight, as much as I'm so proud to be your keynote speaker, represent the United States Naval Academy, it's really not about me. It's not even really necessarily about the Naval Academy. It's about these awardees that are here, who are the stars. So I ask that we give them a roaring round of applause as this brief intermission between the winners. Now, I am very privileged to lead one of our nation's flagship institutions, the United States Naval Academy. It's 169 years old. And unlike any of the other service academies, it is synonymous with its community. When you say Annapolis, you think the United States Naval Academy. Arundel County, the Naval Academy. So we are part of the fabric of each and every one of you that serve the community. Now, I could tell you all the things that we do at the Naval Academy. We have men and women from all 50 states. They come from every coast. They come from the mountains of Northern California. They come from the hills of the Dakotas, the dusty plains of Oklahoma. They truly are some of the best and brightest men and women that we have that have come to the United States Naval Academy. And we instill in them these ideals of duty, honor, loyalty. We prepare them in mental, moral, and physical ways. Academically, they're taught by 600 men and women, some of the best in the country. But that's not enough. We do well on the playing field. We beat Army 13 years in a row. That's not enough. It's the moral courage that we want them to be ready to face when they graduate. We talk words like strength and virtue. Strength of mind, strength of character, strength of physical body, and virtues like moral excellence. Instilling in them courage, wisdom, prudence, humility, and fairness. Now, I could tell you there are amazing lists of graduates who have served with such great honor over the years. The Naval Academy has produced the President of the United States, 24 members of Congress, 73 Medal of Honor winners, Heisman Trophy winners, 53 astronauts, the most of any institution in the country. And we've produced people who have led in citizenry and government and at the local community. But tonight I want to share with you a story that has hardly ever been told. It's a story that's actually so amazing it's hard to believe it's really true. And it does involve a Naval Academy graduate. This young man graduated in Naval Academy in 1952. He's a local guy. I'll tell you a little bit more about him. He went on to Pensacola, earned his wings of gold, became an attack fighter pilot, served his country in Vietnam, a very unpopular war. He rose to the grade of captain. In almost exactly 40 years to this day, he took command as a Navy captain of one of the world's most powerful weapons, the United States aircraft carrier called USS Midway. And it was in Subic Bay, Philippines, that this young captain named Larry Chambers took command. Now, the Vietnam War in January of 1975 was all but over. It was the fall of Saigon. Refugees, Americans, and South Vietnamese needed to be rescued. This was a humanitarian mission. And just after he took command, he was asked to take Midway and make best speed from the islands of the Philippines into the South China Sea. Midway was completely tore up. Half of her engines were being repaired, and he got that ship underway with his crew and his admiral. He made best speed. By the 29th of April, the operation began. American-made helicopters, Huey Cobra helicopters, were removing Americans and South Vietnamese and bringing them to the flight deck of the aircraft carrier to other ships. One of the first refugees to come to the Midway was the Vice President of South Vietnam. And as the operation was going on, a very strange thing happened. A young South Vietnamese Air Force officer, a major, got into a U.S.-built Cessna, an OE-1 nicknamed Bird Dog airplane, and got airborne with his wife and 5 children. He came under fire to be shot down by the North Vietnamese out of a little island called Con Son. And he didn't know where to go. He just knew he had to get out of there. And all he did was fly south. The weather was terrible, less than 5 miles visibility, 500-foot ceiling between the clouds and the water. And he flew south. And he spotted a very large vessel, 60 miles south of Con Son Island. It was the USS Midway. And as he approached it, all he could think was, this is where I need to go. Nobody was talking to this pilot. We circled overhead the Midway. The Midway really didn't know what to think of it. The Captain Chambers, was up on the bridge. The navigation lights on the airplane were on. And after circling the ship 3 times, the pilot dropped a pistol onto the flight deck. And inside the pistol was a note. And the note said, "From a major in the South Vietnamese Air Force, I'm flying with my wife and 5 children. Please save me. I can land on your flight deck if you move those helicopters." Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you, I have 2016 carrier landers. And you know what the ugliest one is? Number 1. The first one. So Captain Chambers made an incredibly courageous and bold move. He asked his admiral what to do, and it's still a little contentious what the admiral told him. But whatever it was, whether he said do it or don't do it, Captain Chambers asked for volunteers on the flight deck of the USS Midway. They stripped all of the arresting gear wires out of the landing area, and because these Hueys didn't have wheels on, they couldn't move them. They actually made the decision to push them over the side. And just as they were trying to figure out how to communicate to this pilot, who had no idea could land on an aircraft carrier, they had 5 more helicopters show up with refugees. They landed then. The airplane was running out of fuel. And after the refugees came off the helicopter, they pushed those helicopters into the ocean. $10 million of helicopters were pushed into the ocean on April 29, 1975. Captain Chambers was not worried about those consequences. They were life and death of 2 people that he cared about. He asked his chief engineer to give him 25 knots on that ship, with 15 knots natural wind. That meant 40 knots of wind were coming over the flight deck, and a Cessna that after a couple of looks at the deck came aboard at 60 knots, meaning his relative closure speed was about 20 miles an hour. And this young pilot, never ever having seen an aircraft carrier, landed it perfectly on center line and stopped it in less than 100 feet. That family is still alive, vibrant, with many grandchildren living in the United States as American citizens. What I didn't tell you was Captain Larry Chambers' real name is Lawrence Cleveland Chambers. He was the second black graduate of the United States Naval Academy. Valedictorian of his high school class in Dunbar, Washington, D.C. He was inspired by Wesley Brown, who was also a Dunbar graduate, the first Naval Academy graduate in 1949. And Captain Chambers, who's alive today, will tell you he was worried that he might be court-martialed for his actions. And he believed that Juan Lee, the South Vietnamese major, was the bravest man he'd ever seen in his life. Captain Chambers was selected for Rear Admiral, became the first Naval Academy black graduate to make flag rank. Now, if he was here tonight and we asked him, what did he think of his actions, and was he promoted for his actions, I know what a humble man he is. And he would say something very similar to what Dr. King was asked when he was asked what did he think about his Nobel Prize. And this is what he said. He said, everyone can be great. Anyone can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to have a subject and verb that agree to serve. You have to have a heart full of grace. And you have to have a soul. You have to have a soul generated by love. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the types of actions that we want to instill, and I believe we do instill, in our Naval Academy midshipman graduates. And as I am so honored to be here tonight, I think about not only those men and women, but this crowd right here, these beacons of light, these stars. And I'm honored to be sharing the stage with each and every one of you. And as we go forward, when we think about the speech that Dr. Martin Luther King gave on 28 August 19, a very prepared set of remarks until someone said, tell him the dream. And he went off script. Arguably the greatest oratory in the history of our nation. It gave us our conscience. And it told us that our nation should understand what dignity and mutual respect is all about. That's where we need to go, ladies and gentlemen. We don't live this today, we don't live this weekend, we live it every day. As we go forward and enjoy the fruits of a 3-day weekend, let's also not forget, right now, tonight, on the bridge of a destroyer, on a cruiser, on the flight deck of an aircraft carrier, there are men and women. They are of every race, every creed, every economic background, and they're serving a common mission to protect and defend our Constitution and the very freedoms that we enjoy here tonight. God bless them. God bless each and every one of you and your families. And God bless the United States of America. Thank you all very much.